Hi vape fans, Grant with Mount Baker Vapor here. Today I'm going to show you how to build another coil. It's going to be the 22 gauge sleeper build. One thing to note though, always make sure that you're using 30 amp batteries and using an ohm reader to make sure that your build is within the safety limits of those batteries. So without further ado, let's go to the close-up and I'm going to show you how to build it. Alright folks, so here we are. Just laid out a couple of things that you are going to need for this build. One, of course, being your favorite mod, Addy. So you got cotton, some type of screwdriver. I usually go about 5/64, somewhere in that area. So also got some wire cutters here, some pliers, my 22 gauge wire. It's better to have more than less with the sleeper. You want to have a lot to work with. So I have my 6 wraps here. That's going to be my first coil. And the way you want to put this coil in, see how I have a ton of extra space on this end? This is going to be my positive wire. So once you've got your coil built in there, you can go ahead and clip this lead off, your negative lead. You don't want to clip the positive lead because the thing about a sleeper coil is that you got one piece of wire with no breaks going through the entire atomizer, and that's what gives you the sleeper itself. So you want to leave that positive sticking out nice and long just like that. Alright. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take our screwdriver, and I like to pop it right up under the wire that I'm going to be wrapping on. You want to try and gauge and get the right amount of distance on this side as you do on this side, and it can be kind of hard at first when you're first starting to do these to gauge that accurately, and it's still a little difficult for me, so I just try my best. That's all we can really do. So now here's where the pliers come in. As you can see, I've made my first wrap on here, but it's not really what you would call a wrap. It's more of just the wire kind of wrap around that screwdriver. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pliers, right? I'm going to grab this wire, and I'm going to pull it tight. Okay, see that? See how that coil starts to come up and actually make a wrap? What I'm doing is I'm pulling towards my thumb, so I'm pulling this way, alright, but I'm also pulling tight. So I got my wrap here, pull it tight, alright, same thing, just keep going. It's wrap number 4. Grab it here, pull it tight. This is not going to come out looking very pretty right off the bat. As you can see, it's kind of wonky there, but that's okay. We're going to fix it at the end. You can see my center post is wiggling a little bit. We don't want that. We want that tighter. So I'm going to kind of give it a little tug, get it back in the center. I got 5 wraps, so all I'm going to do is 1 more full wrap. So now we got our 6 wraps on there. It's not the prettiest looking thing, but they are on there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So now a little bit of a tricky part, but not too bad. What we're going to need to do is take this lead and get it through this post. But as you can see, it may be a little bit easier said than done, right? Well, again, that's why building sleeper, you need to have a good pair of pliers. Got it about as tight as I'm going to get it from this point. The next step is to go ahead and tighten that connection down here, and then, you know, shape the coil from there. We're going to go ahead and tighten this connection down. And then we can actually start shaping this coil. So now that we have a little bit of tension on the side, we can actually pull the screwdriver out just a hair. We can take our needle nose pliers, and you can rest the pliers right up against the screwdriver and get a hold of that wire there and just kind of pull it together, just like that. Still not perfect, but we're getting there. And once I'm happy enough, I'll go ahead and I'll clip my wire here. So you should have something that looks just like that. So now we're ready to give it some pulses. What I like to do is just pulse it real nice and slow, until I see things start to heat up like that. And I'll just keep going. Pinch this coil together. See, now it's looking a lot better. It's starting to look more like a real coil. If your first build doesn't work out the way you want it to, coil building is an art, and this is one of the more intricate, technically difficult builds to do. So don't feel bad, just keep trying, you'll get it. And there you have it. Let's get it wicked up and I'll show you how it vapes. So the ohm reading we got was 0.16, which is very low, but that's kind of the point of this build, guys, is to build really low, a lot of surface area, because you got 2 coils, makes a lot of vapor. All right, let's have a vape. Definitely about right where it needs to be. Good flavor, good vapor. I mean, what more could you ask for? You know, guys, make sure that you're using your 30 amp batteries. I can't stress that enough. When you're building these low ohm builds, you want to make sure that you're vaping safely and within the limits of your batteries. Until next time, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe to our channel, like us on Facebook, Twitter, and we will see you next time, guys. Vape on, breathe strong.